Best of pay-per-view John Cena for WrestleMania 27. This is part of the exclusive Toys R Us Elite Series, Best of pay-per-view. These are $20.99 exclusive to Toys R Us. The usual Cena accessories are well done, the hat and the dog tag. The new shirt material Mattel is using is pretty great. I enjoy it. This shirt is done real well, fits well. Looks great. The new Cena scan is excellent. The body is the usual fare on Cena, the usual body type and whatnot. They have done something really cool by giving us a rubber armband for Cena. That is really awesome. Good way to use that Nexus band mold. The new head scan is really detailed, looks great, a great representation of Cena. But this exact figure is coming out in the Elite Series with a new torso and arm molds. So if you want to get that one, but if you want to build Michael Cole, you need to grab all these ones from Toys R Us. Like I said, this is a solid Cena. The new scan really adds a lot to it, and the new armband accessory. Great job by Mattel. Pick it up at your Toys R Us now.
Welcome back, everyone, to PWS Royal Rumble Preview. And now, we're going to take a look at tonight's main event, the annual tradition, the 30-man over-the-top Royal Rumble match. One of my favorite matches of the year is the Royal Rumble. We often get a lot of surprise returns. It's also some one of the most entertaining matches of the year, and of course one of the longest matches of the year, just in the time it takes to get everybody in there. So let's take a look at tonight's matchup. Back down to 30 men. I was kind of hoping we'd see the return of the 40-man Rumble. I think it's a decent evolution for the match. There's certainly enough people, enough superstars employed by WWE to have the 40-man Rumble match. But this year, back down to 30. Probably needed some time for some of tonight's matches. Hopefully Punk and Ziggler, like I said, gets a decent amount of time. No real obvious winners, but there are a few suspects right off the top. These are my wise picks for tonight's Rumble match. The people that are already out there as possible winners is, of course, the returning Chris Jericho, who finally spoke this past Monday on Raw. We got more silliness, of course, where he didn't want to talk. He ran backstage, grabbed the t-shirt cannon. He was supposed to be talking it up on the highlight reel. Got the t-shirt gun, didn't use it. We got a sick video package on Jericho's career from beginning all the way up to his return this past January 2nd. And it was really good. And then he finally let everybody know that tonight at the Royal Rumble would be the end of the world as we know it. So definitely intrigued to see what he has up his lighted sleeves. Definitely got to look out for it. Definitely a pick, a wise pick for a Royal Rumble victory. Also, Randy Orton in his hometown just returned. Another strong pick for the Rumble. Personally, I don't think he needs it at this point. I think he's up there. It's pretty easy to write a story where Randy Orton gets a championship match. So, while I wouldn't be thrilled, I could see how it could happen. My personal pick for the Rumble is the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus. I think his rise ever since his feud with Mark Henry at SummerSlam last year has brought him all the way to this point. Because every month Mark Henry had the title, I was thinking, when is Sheamus going to get a shot? When is Sheamus going to get a shot? And now we've come all the way to the Rumble, and I really think this is Sheamus' night. He needs something big like this. He hasn't really held a championship in a while. I think this is Sheamus' night. He takes the Rumble, he goes to WrestleMania to face Daniel Bryan. They got kicked off the card last year for some stupid shit. Their U.S. title match got turned into a fucking battle royal, and the Great Khali won. Are you fucking kidding me? Give these two the world title match at WrestleMania and watch them tear the fucking house down, and there's your two SmackDown stars for the next how many years. I mean, there's a lot of other great people on SmackDown too, but you gotta solidify some more new people. You know what I mean? Big Show and Mark Henry as great as they are, as much as I love them as big men, they only have so much time on their career. Knee injuries and stuff are building up. In this modern age, luckily there's enough time for them to take time off and recoup their injuries, but that can only go on for so long. Daniel Bryan and Sheamus are young guys. They work hard. I really think that should be the match for WrestleMania. So Sheamus is my personal pick for tonight's Royal Rumble victory. Another wise pick would be the leader of the Barrett Barrage, Wade Barrett. He's been tearing it up with Orton. Really great on the mic. Usually great on the mic anyway, but has been on top of things, feuding with Orton lately. And anybody else in his path while Orton was out. And he's a dark horse. I don't fully see it going down, but Wade Barrett is also a wise pick. Now, a little thing they've been throwing out on the reel is that every WWE superstar is eligible for this year's Royal Rumble. Now, this is where I think some of our surprises are going to come in. These are the surprise picks. These would be the surprise guys you wouldn't really expect to win the Rumble or even be in it, but have an excellent chance of taking it tonight. First and foremost is the Big Red Machine, Kane. Obviously, Kane and Cena have been so involved with each other, they haven't really talked about being in the Rumble. But I'm certain that Kane is going to enter his record-setting 14th Royal Rumble, and we could see another record year. This could be the year he breaks his 2001 record and tosses more than 11 people out. I could definitely see this going down, especially if Super Cena pulls the victory and defeats Kane. I could definitely see Kane taking the 2012 Royal Rumble. Alternatively, we could also see John Cena make an appearance in the Royal Rumble, and this could be another year for Cena to take the Rumble. Just obviously he's already booked against The Rock. We already know that, but he could still take the Rumble and use that title opportunity to get the championship going into WrestleMania. And one, I think this definitely applies to Dolph Ziggler also. Dolph Ziggler loses to CM Punk under any circumstance. He's obviously not afraid to work 2 matches in one night. He could also very well go into this Royal Rumble and win going into WrestleMania. If Cena and The Rock are not going to have the championship, then this could definitely be the time. I was saying before, Ziggler as a name isn't quite up there enough to carry WrestleMania, but should he win the Rumble and be get the right things in the storyline, he could definitely end up in one of the main events of WrestleMania out of this. And my last surprise pick for the Rumble is, of course, CM Punk. Should CM Punk get screwed out of the title, he's definitely going to find a way into the Royal Rumble, and I think that would be an excellent storyline. Punk gets screwed out of the title, goes into the Rumble that night, and wins the Rumble going into the title match at WrestleMania. So those are my wise picks right off the top. Jericho, Orton, Sheamus, Barrett, Dolph, CM Punk, Cena, and Kane are my top guys to win tonight's Royal Rumble. Sheamus, of course, my personal pick. Now the match itself, of course, is almost impossible to guess what's going to happen within the match, other than superstars getting tossed over the top rope. Always an entertaining match. It's very difficult to have the top 30 guys in WWE be involved in one match and have it not be entertaining. You would have to actually work hard to make sure it's not entertaining. I expect some surprise returns this year. I really miss The Undertaker. You know, we haven't seen him since WrestleMania. I'd love to see a Royal Rumble return for The Undertaker tonight. Even if he doesn't win, which I don't think he would, I'd love to see him get in there. I have a feeling that Jericho may target The Undertaker and want to end the streak this year at WrestleMania. I think that would be a fucking great match. So good. so good of a match. I really hope that goes down. But either way, I'd love to see Undertaker just make a return in this match. I think Undertaker, as far as WWE only, is the greatest WWE superstar of all time, who has come in pretty much into the main event and stayed there for 21 years. Nobody. And you know who's going to do it? Nobody else ever. So maybe John Cena and maybe Randy Orton, should injuries permit it. But even those guys didn't come into WWE at a main event level. So Undertaker's accomplishments will never be matched. I do believe he's had a hard couple years with injuries, but I don't think it's a fully 100% to do with his age. This is a rough business. Obviously, he does a lot of high-impact moves. I hope he hasn't done any serious damage, and I hope he can at least spread himself out over the next few years. I'd like to see him, if he's going to wrap it up, I'd like to see him wrap it up at WrestleMania 30, really blow the buy rate through the roof, have a great match, and I really hope the streak never ends. So, hoping for an Undertaker return tonight. Miz will look to have a career performance tonight. He lost the match to R-Truth this past Monday on Raw, making him the first entrant into the Rumble. And while I don't see him winning the match, like I said, I definitely see a career performance. I think he's going to go a long way in the match, and I think he's going to really, for the few people still, I mean, a lot of people don't like The Miz just because was a reality star and stuff, but you can tell he loves the WWE. He loves what he does, and I can't stand people who hate him just because he was a reality guy. He works so hard. He's just fucking excellent on the mic. Really, within his WWE title reign and the U.S. title reign leading up to that, is really honed in his move set. Yes, I know he does a lot of neck breakers and a lot of punches and a lot of kicks, but I mean, the same could be said for Stone Cold Steve Austin's run. Stone Cold Steve Austin was an excellent technical wrestler throughout most of his career, but once he got hot with Stone Cold Steve Austin, technical wrestling kind of went out the door. So you can't always knock people for that. Like I said, Miz tonight is going to make a career performance, at least 40 to 50 minutes in this Rumble. He will not win, but a career performance for Miz. Foley will also, Mick Foley made his return to WWE this late last year, and he will be in this match. I think he will have a good portion in this match also. Maybe Miz and Foley will cross paths. There was some talk of doing the Miz and Mick Foley. Now, whether that was just rumor or fact, we'll see. We'll see right here tonight. Mick Foley will not win the Rumble, but I think he might actually be, just to sell that he might win, he might be the last man eliminated. So, definitely looking forward to see Mick Foley's involvement. And if Mick Foley and The Undertaker are in there, I'd love to see them cross paths. One of the greatest feuds in WWE history right there. Brodus Clay also, of course, will be in the Royal Rumble tonight. And I think he will be this year's top eliminator. I think he's going to eliminate the most people, giving him a big spotlight in the match. Obviously, not a person I see winning this. The Funkasaurus in the main event of WrestleMania is something I don't quite see just yet. But I think he will have a major impact in the Royal Rumble. Cody Rhodes, I think, will also have an excellent Royal Rumble this year. I said in last week's show, I really thought the mask was too gimmicky. I thought it was too relied upon, and I really didn't want to see it go on and on. At the same time, once he lost the mask, I wasn't quite sure if he was going to have enough character of his own, but he has certainly proved me wrong. He has been a great snobby douche on the mic, especially to his own family, talking down Goldust, who I think will also be in tonight's Royal Rumble match. Dustin Rhodes will take on his Goldust character, and he's going to try to get to Cody in the Royal Rumble, possibly eliminating Cody from the Rumble, and maybe getting something going for Elimination Chamber or WrestleMania. So look out for a confrontation between Cody Rhodes and Goldust tonight. As I said before, my official picks in this order: Sheamus to win, if not Sheamus. than the Ayatollah of rock and roll, Chris Jericho. The aftermath of this year's Royal Rumble, should Sheamus get the victory, like I said, I believe Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus at the Royal Rumble would be really set the standard for SmackDown going forward. Sheamus is wrestling-wise really reminds me of Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's really got that hard-hitting style. He's got, great ring stamina. He always looks like he's been in a fight too. So I really like Sheamus for tonight's Rumble. I think Daniel Bryan's been playing a great cowardly heel. It would be the fearless hero against the cowardly champion. And I really think they could tear down the house at WrestleMania, especially since they got screwed so fucking hard last year out of their match. So I'd really like to see that go down. Should Jericho win, I think they would definitely go with Punk versus Jericho. I'm sure Jericho was pissed that Punk calls himself the best in the world, when Jericho has said many, many times that he is the best in the world at what he does, which is wrestling. So a lot of people would love to see that. I would love to see that. Obviously, two of the best wrestlers in WWE would be going at it. The mic work would be through the roof. Would be a great way for Jericho to return to WrestleMania, to face CM Punk. Jericho's had great matches at WrestleMania before, with, of course, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, and I think it would be on that level should Punk and Jericho cross paths. Obviously, I can't cover the aftermath for every person who may win tonight's Royal Rumble, but that's what I see going down for tonight's 2012 Royal Rumble. I thank you guys for watching. Enjoy tonight's show. Sheamus, got to do it, buddy. CM Punk, hope you keep the belt. Daniel Bryan, same for you. And I'm just hoping for good things out of Cena vs. Kane. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you guys next week.